Welcome, DMVLAX fans, to Triplett Field at Bordley Stadium at the Landon School in Bethesda, Maryland for the first ever official DMVLAX Middle School Championship. This is the DMVLAX Game of the Week featuring the #1 ranked Mater Dei Griffins and the #2 ranked Landon Bears. These are unquestionably the two best middle school teams in the DMV this spring and feature many of the very best players from the DMV in the 7th and 8th grades. I'm Cabell Maddux, and thanks for watching this Madlax Media live stream production. Joining me today, providing expert analysis, is Hunter Williams. Hunter is a 1998 graduate of Mater Dei, where he was a 3-sport standout athlete in football, wrestling, and lacrosse. He went on to attend Salisbury Prep School in Connecticut and Gettysburg College, where he played lacrosse. Thanks for joining me today, Hunter.
Thanks, Cab. What a day. Happy to be here. I appreciate the call to the bullpen. Happy to step in.
Yeah.
I might add, I would feign the wrestling component there, mainly lacrosse and football.
Gotcha. Well, excited to have you representing the many legendary Mater Dei alums around the nation, hopefully tuning in or watching this game at some point. This DMV rivalry game should be another exciting one, as always. Just like last month when Colton McAndrew was the hero and scored a game-winning goal with just under 10 seconds left in the game to lift Mater Dei to the win. Landon has won every other game this spring except that one versus Mater Dei, so they are looking to avenge that disappointing loss. Mater Dei is perfect on the season and wants to finish undefeated. This is the last game for both, obviously, as a championship. Although this may be a heated rivalry on the field, these young men on both teams are great friends off the field and even teammates on Madlax 27 and 28 and other local club teams in the DMV. I know I have coached most of the boys on the field and can assure you were watching at home. For sure, some of these boys will be the best players to watch on many varsity teams in the DMV in just a few short years. Before we get to the sport automotive players to watch, be sure to click on the description below in the video that you're watching right now to find the rosters of both teams so you can follow along. And check out DMVLacrosse.com for complete high school varsity game previews, predictions, spreads, and more. And now for the sport automotive players to watch. First, for Mater Dei, Jack Borg, the electric face-off midi who also can flex to attack. Colton McAndrew, previously mentioned as the game-winning goal scorer in the first game, outstanding attackman. He plays midfield for his club team, Madlax, and attack here for Mater Dei, so very versatile. Behrens is a two-way stud athlete at the midfield. Patrick Henneberry is a close defenseman leader on D, and Danny Weller is a long stick midfield specialist, also able to face off extremely well. And for Landon, Andrew Chiperfield, one of the best close defenders in the 8th grade. He is a dominant force. Silva, the big, strong, bull-dodging lefty with an absolute cannon. And Jonas Hawkins, who is the most electrifying player on the field for Landon, runs the offense and will flex between attack and midfield. Jack McShane, one of the better athletes in the grade, phenomenal hockey player. Look for him to do some damage between the lines. And Steis, who had a hat trick, I believe, in the first game, are the players to watch. Mater Dei has been here for almost an hour, Hunter, and they are already lined up and raring to go.
Yeah, I'm sure they're primed and ready to go. Something of note on those players to watch, not everyone, as you might expect, is feeding into Gonzaga or prep, right?
No.
Yeah,
for sure. We'll talk about, as we mentioned, that that they're going to many different schools in the area, including prep, Gonzaga, St. John's, Deerfield, Episcopal, Landon. And here we are with the opening faceoff. We're going to have Jack Borg going against Leo Fields. On the wing for Landon is number 39, Mark Goldman, and 72, Jack McShane, previously mentioned sport automotive player to watch. On the wing for Mater Dei is number 9, Nick Woodward with a pole, and it looks like 27 on the far side. 37. Cameron Weber on the far side. Cam's a very good athlete as well. Cam Weber's dad actually attended Landon and played at Cornell. Friend of mine and great athlete himself. All right, here we go. The refs are lined up. It looks like we're going to get rolling here. Thanks for joining us on this DMVLAX Middle School Official Championship game, the first ever game for this level. These guys have been battling for years. Always two of the best in the area, right, Hunter?
Important opening face-off right here. Oh, a little early.
Who went early there?
Looked like Landon.
Okay, Fields jumped early. Borg picks up the ball. Down to number 20, Kyle Archer, one of the Archer twins, headed to St. John's. Looks like Kyle Archer's a lefty. Borg up to Colton McAndrew. They hop into a 1-4-1 set. McAndrew down the side, pops it out to Borg. He has Chiperfield on him. That's a marquee matchup. Two of the best in the area who go against each other for Madlax and next level as well.
Oh, good trail check.
Nice back check by McShane right there. Off the dodge by Weber, getting him on his back check. And he's got a foul, push with possession.
Wow.
Great play there by Max Murray, the short stick defensive midfielder for Madlax, who gets tripped up, and Landon's going to go man up.
Be interesting to see how these refs call it.
Yeah, we
Not
got
used to high school.
Looks like we have Bobby Manfuso, head of the WALOA, one of the best in the area, and probably the best reffing association in the nation. Landon trots out their man up. On man up, you have.
Is that Manfuso?
Yeah, it's Manfuso. Hawkins on the point. Silva on the left over there with Colton Maddux in 68. Sean Steis, Cole Campbell, and Zach Luzneski round out. Down to Maddux. Maddux a natural lefty, as is Silva. Looks like a little carry out of the 3-3 set. Down to Zach Luzneski. Down to Maddux. Back to Zach. Good ball movement here by Landon.
Really good ball movement.
Great ball movement. Campbell, good defense also. Nice rotation. Jonas, skip pass down to Maddux. He's got a step, pulls it out.
Defense.
Good skip by Jonas, and a good hold. Yeah, good kill to start for Mater Dei on D. Trip Silva ran himself into a little bit of traffic and got out. You can see how big and strong Trip Silva is, Hunter.
Yeah.
Here's Jonas Hawkins. I've been impressed with this young athlete. Watch his footwork. Watch how explosive he is. Gets right by his guy. Kicks it to X to Maddux. Maddux looking. Jonas skip pass.
Good
tipped.
skip pass. Good
Picked off by, looks like Danny Weller. Yep, Danny Weller gets a tip, a nugget, and the ground ball. And then he clears it himself. Nice play by Weller.
Great stick right there. You're always coached to get the stick in those passing lanes.
Nice pick off there. McAndrew over to Behrens. Dylan Behrens is a complete two-way midi. Excellent athlete. Down to Ryan Archer.
Oof. Sailed that one.
Lost the ball there.
Unforced turnover.
Clear here for Landon. Let's see how they do on their clearing.
Mater Dei had a hell of a ride on that last possession, but got flagged for it.
Here we go. Look at. Looks like Chiperfield goes over, but he gets checked. He gets his ball back.
Questionable offside.
No, they're good. They're back, but a nice clear by Chiperfield. Good ride as well. Clearing and riding is something that the Mater Dei coaches mentioned they practice endlessly. And, you know, that just shows you the level of coaching these guys are getting. Some of the best coaches in the DMV. Mike Kubik is the head coach. Charlie Hornig, a former head coach at Prep, is an assistant coach. Casey O'Neill, a former head coach at Gonzaga, is an assistant coach.
Yeah, I mean, the coaching lineup is stacked.
That's better than probably every single varsity staff in the area and many college staffs. These guys are lucky young men to have that kind of coaching. Great backside look, wide open. Face dodge.
It's going to be a goal.
No, he should have shot it. He should have shot the ball. Sean Steis, great skip, but he doesn't shoot it, and he's mad at himself for not burying that one because he had.
I like that offense.
I think he had 3 last game. And here's Jack Borg in the open field. Phenomenal athlete going to Deerfield. I know that Deerfield's got a powerhouse. How are they doing up there in the Founders League this year?
Deerfield's actually having an off year.
Are they really?
Yeah, it's Taft and Salisbury's to lose, and Brunswick. Speaking of which, they play tomorrow.
Big game. They're all B teams compared to Lawrenceville, right?
Take it easy.
Downhill, bull dodge, runs right over. Nick Mundy, just a mammoth of an 8th grader. Good pressure. Landon's strength is their close defense, their poles. Great shot by Jack Borg on the rollback. Jack Borg, unassisted goal at 3:59 in the first quarter. 1-0 Mater Dei. Nice rollback
Honestly, we
shot.
might give the hockey assist there to Ryan Archer.
Yeah, we'll give it to him. We love giving assists. What number had that?
2-9, I believe.
All right. Ryan Archer on the assist. Low-to-low worm burner. Looks like Danny Weller's going to face off with a pole against.
Pole.
Yeah, he does that often and usually very well. On the wing is Manfreda for Mater Dei with and Cam Weber again.
Cam Weber.
McShane for Landon and DeSanto, Mason DeSanto, the flashy young 7th grade long stick midfielder for Landon. Leo Fields has got early again. That's frustrating because he's got great technique. He's got to probably calm down a little bit. He's probably excited, as are all these young men playing in this primetime DMVLAX game of the week. Out comes.
Is this high school federation?
They do a mixed variation.
No shot clock.
No shot clock, but they are playing some NCAA rules like face-offs, violations, and also they're also doing 20 seconds to clear, but no touch it in, I believe. Could be wrong on that, but these guys aren't going to slow it down anyways. Cam Weber on the lefty shot.
Rebound.
Look at
Is that Archer?
Yeah, but a nice
good
Andrew Chiperfield laying the lumber.
Retain the possession.
As I was saying, Landon's strength is their poles, which matches up well against Mater Dei's strength, which is their attack and offensive middies. Back at X to McAndrew.
So it looks like they're
doing a little big little behind. Short stick on the ball versus McAndrew. Max Murray on him. He gets a step, draws a slide from Chiperfield. Good check. Holds the ball. Patton Gormley almost took a rip. He has McShane on him. Gormley back to McAndrew again versus the short. This is a good matchup for McAndrew, but Max Murray can play tough D. Gets a step on to his offhand. Nice quick slide by 55. Mac Imperator. Shot save.
Good save.
Great save there by
Liam Brown.
Yep, great save by Liam Brown.
Taking after his old man.
Yeah, his old man Brooksy played at Chapel Hill. Great clear. Here's Cole Campbell in transition with pressure. Pressure by Nick Woodward. Landon down. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. These games are quick. 8-minute start-stop time. It's just middle school. But these guys probably wish they were playing 15-minute start time today, Hunter.
Maybe not in this heat.
Huntley Walsh down to Luzneski, back to Hawkins. And this is the young man who's already got a step on his guy, draws a slide from Weller. Inside, wide open. Oh, Zach Luzneski had it.
Good
wide open shot there. Save Mackey Chase.
Yeah.
First save of the game. Now each goalie has a catch. I mean, a save.
Zach's going to want that one back.
Nice catch by Weller, but he throws a bounce pass and it's picked up by Landon in the ride. No, it's loose. Weller gets it back. Checked out of the stick again. Get some action here. I don't think there's 20.
Look up, Mackey.
They're yelling, throw it, but then Mackey throws it away.
Ill-advised.
To Max Murray. Why didn't Max Murray shoot that ball? Max Murray throws it away, Hunt.
Wow.
Defensive
coaching moments, I guess.
Defensive mind. He's a long pole for Madlax, and he's converted to short stick and doing a great job. So he doesn't think shoot, but in that situation, he's got to pull the trigger. I hate
to see it as a Landon coach.
Was there a goalie back? Was Mackey back in the goal? It was an open net.
Definitely had a shot. I mean, Mackey. It was going to be close, but you take that shot.
Heck yeah. Kyle Archer back to McAndrew.
We're about to call that one a gift.
McAndrew here is that. What number is that? 29. You got to help me with numbers.
I got you.
No, just read the number. I can't see that. Absolute blast by Mundy. That was 29 earlier. That was Ryan Archer. Here's McAndrew at X with Imperator on him. What offense is Mater Dei seem to be in today, Hunt?
Looks like right now everybody's above. This is some form of 3-3, but now we're getting into a 1-3-2.
Yeah, they're kind of jumbled, aren't they?
Yeah.
Big boy here, Mundy. Good slide. Great backside slide by 66, Lars Bergstrom. And here's Max Murray. Let's see if Murray can outleg it again. He drew a foul last time. Gets the ball back checked by Mundy. Dives off of blue.
Timeout.
No, we'll get a hold, not off of bounds. It's off a blue. White ball. Luzneski picks it up.
2.5.
Oh, good call. And that's a quarter. There was 2 seconds when he picked it up, and that's how fast the quarters are. We're going to thank our sponsors here quickly, because we are fortunate to have this game be sponsored by Weller Development. Weller Development Partners is a dynamic and innovative full-service development firm focused on luxury, hospitality, residential, and large-scale mixed-use projects. Check out their From the Ground Up podcast to learn about the real estate industry and hear from industry experts. I also want to thank Sport Automotive, who sponsors the Players to Watch. Players to Watch are brought to you by Sport Automotive, Chevrolet, Cadillac, and Honda. Be a sport fan too and visit sportautomotive.com. And be sure to ask for our friend and owner Gibbs Fogarty from the Landon class of 2005 when you visit Sport. And Surfside, one of our DMV season-long sponsors, officially sponsoring the game MVPs, which we will award later today, Hunter, and the official post-game party. I don't know if we're going to party in the middle of the day. Usually these games are at night, but you know, you never know. The Mater Dei and Landon
us in the past.
Guys, my Landon and Mater Dei fans might want to go celebrate down Surfside in Northwest DC, which is a great hangout spot. Back to the game here in the second quarter. 1-0 Mater Dei. Excellent high-level game. I'm Cabell Maddox, and joining me is Hunter Williams here at the official middle school championship in the DMV. As I stated in pregame, Mater Dei is undefeated, and Landon only has 1 loss.
That's about what we, I think, expected in that first quarter. Competitive, 1-0, low scoring. Last game almost went to overtime. I mean, do we have a spread on this game? If I were a lines maker for this game, I'd put it at a pick'em.
I think you have some experience in that field. So you think this is a pick'em?
I would have put it at a pick'em.
All right. Well, if you want to do a halftime or quarter little action, there you go.
I'd keep it at a pick'em even in this live.
Looks like a pretty even game to me. You can see the strength of the Landon defense. Matches up well. And a back pick. Nice
off this time.
Nice pop up by Fields, and Fields has got a great pinch and pop. His first win. The first 2 were false starts. Down to Silva.
I think Landon's done a good job possessing.
Landon bringing out their second midfield.
Mater Dei's D'ing up.
Silva gets a good step. He gets a step inside. Got a short stick on.
Save.
Shot. Save Mackey. Chase.
Good D.
Not sure you wanted to shoot that stick side that quickly. Over to Weller. Chased Weller. Weller looking.
Where's his help?
Dumps it off to McAndrew. Comes out of the box. McAndrew's everywhere. He was playing attack. Now he's playing midfield.
Solid clear. Good, tough ride. Just a better clear.
Here is Bergstrom.
Ooh, good stick right there.
On Lamanna. Lamanna gets back checked. Stripped by Bergstrom. Nice play by Bergstrom. There's Murray getting a lot of action
out
as a D midi, and he gets pushed out of bounds. No call.
Letting him play.
At least it was out of bounds. Good hit there.
Real good hit.
Oh, man, they're calling that.
Love the flag.
Disagree with that one, especially since.
Don't love the flag.
Yeah, especially since he was out of bounds. It should have been stopped anyways. Manfuso's 30 seconds away, 3 feet away from the play, so he's got a better eye than I do. Here is Borg, and the flag is down with Chiperfield on him. This is the marquee matchup. 2 of the best of their age in the DMV. Good back check by Chiperfield. All right, so they're going to go man up here.
Chiperfield.
One man up.
Throwing junk.
Yeah, he's got some checks. He's also about 6'1" in the 8th grade.
Solid number on that kid, too.
His jersey number? Yep. All right, let's see what. I wonder if Charlie Horning is running the EMO. Outstanding offensive coach in his own right. He's the assistant for Mater Dei. Going to be watching his boys tomorrow night, Larry and Owen, in the IAC championship game. We're calling that game as well, right here on the same channel.
Watch for Colton or
McAndrew.
Colton McAndrew on this.
Borg's wide open on the wing there. Thought about shooting. Go back to Borg. He's going to rip that. Nope. Out to McAndrew.
Should get a skip.
To Miles May, the 7th grader here. He had 2 goals in the last game. Number 12. Here is McAndrew, back to Borg. Outside
Great
rip off
save.
the pipe. We'll give Liam Brown a save on
Might have
that.
been a kick save and a Butte.
Yeah. Over to May. Looks like Archer down the corner. Kyle Archer, that is. Penalty's got to be getting close to releasing. Borg's just going to let it go. Absolute cannon. You can see why he's dangerous and a sport automotive player to watch. Kyle Archer picks it up. Okay, penalties released.
Penalty kill for Landon.
Oh, and they're going to get it right back
And
here.
a turnover.
Dropped pass there by someone. Archer. Chiperfield is everywhere. I mean, he's just all over the place. He is fired up and having a great start to this game.
He pops off.
5 minutes to go in the second quarter. 1-0 Mater Dei. Here's Archer on a short stick. Good slide there and help. And it looks like it's going to throw it out of bounds unless he saves it.
Oh.
No save.
Turnover.
Good pressure there by 55, Mac Imperator. Landon's going to set up their clear, give it to McShane. This kid can fly. 72. No, they're going to sub him off, my bad. Someone's got to go pick up the ball.
72.
Yeah, and they're going to put McShane back on to use his speed. Landon needs to get one more guy in the field, I believe.
Solid clear.
Yeah, another good clear.
Watch Chiperfield go to the rack.
Yeah, he might have to score this.
Timeout.
Timeout Landon. Good call there by head coach Mike Cook. He's assisted by Patrick Filios, J.R. Bordley, and Thomas Joyce. Hunter, when you were you're the class of 1998 at Mater Dei. In your era, give us some names of some of the top Mater Dei guys.
I mean, there's a ton to list here. I know I'll get a bunch of flack, but my era, there were a bunch of guys. Some of my class were Tom Boylan, Brett Thompson, Rory Highland, around my age, Pat Keeley, Teddy Hayes, who ended up going to Landon, John Neal, the Kemp brothers, some younger guys like Danny Gladding, Jake Samperton.
Outstanding. All those guys went on to have excellent high school and college.
It'd be hard to put a top 5 there.
Yeah, no, that's good that you mentioned those guys. Maybe they're listening or will listen.
Schuler, no doubt.
Yeah. Gladdings stand out for sure. Did both Gladdings go to Mater Dei?
No, just Danny.
Just Danny.
Confirmed Billy went to Little Flower.
And then when you played against Landon, who were the stars for Landon that you recall?
I mean, they were always stacked as well. Obviously, Matt Ward, Dave Evans, Brendan Healy, my class, at Adlamity, Jake Byrne.
Yeah, they were stacked those years.
DiBianco.
Those guys are impressive. Matt Ward, most people know, is a Tewaaraton winner, graduated from Landon. That's awesome. Those are legendary names.
If you ever want good press for Landon, I'd go ahead and dial up. I think it was the 2005 or 2006 Final Four, UVA versus Hop. Matt Ward has I think a tying goal with like 30 seconds, and 10 seconds later, Jake Byrne game winner.
Here's Jonas Hawkins, stripped there by Danny Weller, picked his own ball back up. Looks like they dialed up something out of the timeout. Looked like a one-on-one. This is Silva, lefty. Good pick there by Jonas Hawkins. Silva gets stripped again by Weller. Weller, 2 strips back-to-back, results in a turnover. That's 2 caused turnovers, and it kicks it forward to Behrens. Wide open.
Good movement. Goal.
Down to 29.
Tic-tac-toe. Not much you can do about that.
Ryan Archer on the goal with a nice look from Dylan Behrens. 2-0 Mater Dei.
We haven't seen much transition offense from either side. It was good to see.
Nice look there and finish. Dylan Behrens. Just good ball movement from end to end.
Absolutely.
2-0 with 3:57 to go, and that's rough off a timeout for Landon. A turnover, no shot. Facing off is Leo Fields against new guy here,
Big
25,
face off.
Finn Wilson.
Landon's going to need this.
Finn Wilson facing off for Mater Dei, and looks like Henneberry picks it up, goes
Hell of a
over to
GD.
Weller. Weller's got Hawkins on him, and he legs it out. Timeout Mater Dei. With 3:34 to go in the second, we'll take a second to thank our sponsors. Weller Development Partners. Weller Development Partners is a dynamic and innovative full-service development firm focused on luxury hospitality, residential, and large-scale mixed-use projects. Check out their From the Ground Up podcast to learn about the real estate industry and hear from industry experts. And also Sport Automotive. Players to watch are brought to you by Sport Automotive, Chevrolet, Cadillac, and Honda. Be a sport fan too and visit sportautomotive.com. And be sure to ask for the owner and friend and Landon graduate Gibbs Fogarty when you visit Sport. And Surfside, the official post-game restaurant. Look no further than Surfside in Tenleytown. With their comfortable outdoor seating, multiple TVs, and free parking, you can enjoy the best tacos. And I actually like the blackened fish tacos up there, Hunter. What's your go-to?
I think my order's a 40th pull, but that might be Millie's.
Yeah.
So I'll keep it in the family.
We have a special guest coming up at halftime, so make sure you stay with us at halftime. 3:34 to go in the second quarter. Will McGettigan, the head lacrosse coach here at the Landon School, will be joining us at halftime. And I think halftimes at this age are about 3 minutes, so do not think this is a varsity halftime length. All right, here we go. 29, Archer just had the last goal, picks it up off the timeout. He's got Chiperfield on him. Looks like Landon's going in some sort of pressure. Yeah, they have. They're pressed
I like
out.
this matchup for Chiperfield.
Gets a step on, but then Chiperfield recovers, and they get it out. He gets it out of his stick wisely. Bergstrom out on the ball now, up to McShane. No shot clock here.
He's got a shorty.
No shot clock here. Here's McAndrew. He's floated everywhere.
15 likes this matchup.
Yeah, he's got Murray on him. Max Murray punches him down the alley. McAndrew inverts him. Gets a jab step to his right, step to Archer. Had the last goal. Up to Borg. Down to Behrens. Back to Borg. Nice, solid, strong defense there.
Yeah.
By Lars Bergstrom. McShane on the defense, shot by Dylan Behrens over the net. 2:41 to go, 2-0 Mater Dei. Looks like Murray on McAndrew again. McAndrew, nice save, Liam Brown. Picked up by Chiperfield. Great save by Liam Brown, his third of the.
Let's see, Chiperfield will probably human clear this.
I can hear the coaches yelling, go. I think they want to get it in the box so they can get a timeout here. That's a nice overthrow. Oh, geez, they throw it away. Just can't clear the ball. Good back check. They need to get this good riding here. But Weller gets it out anyways.
Fighting through. That's tough.
Buries it.
Tough play.
Puts it right on his stick. There's no shot clock. Whoa, big push there. Looks like a loose foul on Will Lamont on Zach Luzneski. Landon in possession with 2 minutes exactly to go in the second quarter before half. Let's see if Landon opts for a timeout. They don't.
Nope, they're subbing.
They're good. That's Hawkins over to Silva. Up to Campbell. And here's Walsh, Huntley Walsh. Going right. Over to Campbell. Down to Steis. Steis has a good matchup here. He had a hat trick in the last game in April. Let's see what he can do. Gets a step on.
Got a shorty. Good lift.
Shot. Nice defense there by Dylan Behrens. Puts him on his back. Henneberry looking on the clear. Nice pass down to Behrens. Yeah, you can tell.
Moving it.
You can tell they do practice their clearing, as coaches said. That clear is pretty dialed in right there. 1 minute to go in the half. Mater Dei likely will hold for one.
Looks like they got Mundy coming on
Here's the big
with the ball.
Nick Mundy had one in the last game. Humongous 8th grader.
Cameron Weber with the ball.
Yeah, Cam Weber here. Nice speed dodge on Campbell.
My guess this would be the twos.
Great slide by Chiperfield. Over to Borg.
Oh,
inside.
good look.
A little bit of a force. His back was to the goal. but they recover it anyways, and they call timeout again. Isn't that their third timeout?
It's got to be, but there's 30 seconds in the half.
I thought they had 2 already, but maybe
I'm
maybe
sure
I'm
the
wrong.
refs are on it.
All right, so 36 seconds to go. 2-0 Mater Dei. Mater Dei in possession. Let's quickly take a look at the DMVLAX top 20 that comes out every week, every Monday, because we have a special game tomorrow night, the IAC Championship, which we'll discuss with the Landon coach at halftime. But if you can see on your screen, it's going to be number 1 Prep versus number 6 Landon in the IAC Championship tomorrow night. Number 2 St. John's just beat number 3 Paul VI in the WCAC Championship on Tuesday night after Paul VI beat number 4 Gonzaga in the semifinals.
Was that a close game?
The Paul VI won 6-2. Paul VI's defense are loaded with Division I big boys.
Sounds like Big Tasty shut him out.
Yep. He did a nice job. And yeah, semifinals was 6-2. Are you talking about the final score?
Yeah.
Oh, the final score? No, the final
Come
score.
on.
I lost track of the final score. It was, I think, 12-8 St. John's, if I recall. Do you recall? They won comfortably by 4 or 5 goals. I watched it, though. Shows you
All
what
right.
my memory is shot.
No surprise here. Let's see what Mater Dei comes out in here. They obviously drew something up, I imagine.
What do you think Charlie Hornig's going to dial up there?
Casey O'Neill on the whiteboard there.
Casey was running the O?
Yeah.
It's good to see. We got a lot of offensive coordinators on that staff. Casey O'Neill, 21 years at Gonzaga, is the assistant coach for Mater Dei here, putting Chiperfield on the ball and shutting off again. That's what Landon's going to do. Let's see. They have Colton McAndrew with the ball. He's an excellent athlete. Chiperfield's going to try to throw the takeaways. No one's getting open for Mater Dei.
Throwing lumber.
Just hammering them, but no one's even budging for Mater Dei to get to help him.
Ooh, moving pick.
That was a blatant moving pick.
Yeah.
All right, Landon's got 20 seconds. They have a timeout in their pocket. Let's see if they can get a quick clear. Get it to McShane. He's got jets.
Dude, tell you what, Chiperfield's not.
There you go. Don't call timeout. Oh, Sean Steis with the miss there on the open net.
Good luck.
There's
Still got
time.
10
seconds. This is when you call timeout. Good timeout call there by Coach Cook and Coach Bordley, running the show for the 7th, 8th grade team here in the DMVLAX Middle School Championship. This finale, do you remember playing any of these games, Hunter?
Oh, yeah. Played in 6 games, split 3-3 career, which isn't surprising.
Yeah.
That's always a competitive game, always a 1 or a 2 goal game.
Always so well coached. These kids are, like I said, you know, they're rivals and competing as hard as they can right now, but they're excellent friends off the field. They play club lacrosse together, almost every single one of them, and they'll probably be, you know, hanging out later today after the game, win or lose. But historically, Mater Dei and Landon middle schools have been powerhouses.
Yeah, it was always split, always competitive. You know, I'm glad to hear that at least on the Mater Dei side, they're playing some of the Baltimore teams now. I wish we played them when we were younger because we struggled to find competitive games.
People might be wondering where their kids are going from Mater Dei because the school ends in 8th grade. They're sending 8 to Georgetown Prep, 2 to Gonzaga, 2 to St. John's, 2 to Deerfield, and 1 to Episcopal. Hedges Maddux, the independent warrior, headed to the high school over there.
Taking a page out of his uncle's playbook.
Yeah. Landon gets everyone back here except for 3 boys that are going to leave. So see why Landon builds a powerhouse coming from 3rd grade through 12th grade as a school. Let's see what they do out of the timeout here.
10 seconds.
Inbounds. Who's at ball?
Just got to think somebody's cutting.
Silva not sprinting, and he loses the ball.
Anticlimactic.
Yeah, he didn't look like he was putting on the jets there.
Well, both teams come out of timeouts with less than a minute to go, and both defenses prevail.
So 2-0 on goals by Jack Borg and Ryan Archer. We're going to take a break here for halftime, and we'll come back in 90 seconds. Stay right with us to talk with head coach Will McGettigan.
you're going to move. Yeah, like I'm just assume I'm.
Have I been close enough for you?
Okay, we're back here at halftime with Will McGettigan, the head varsity lacrosse coach at Landon School. He's been the head coach now. This is his third year, second year. He's been at the school for 6 years.
Good start, Cabell.
So I apologize. He was an assistant to Bordley, then Healy, and now in his second year as head coach, he has done the incredible and taken his team to the IC championship tomorrow night. Congratulations, Coach, on that accomplishment.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
What are your early thoughts? Without giving away your game plan, what are your thoughts and feelings on the game tomorrow night?
I mean, we're really excited. I mean, came into the tournament as a 3 seed. You know, we had obviously St. Albans and Episcopal earlier in the regular season. I would say that the second time we played both teams again, we played better, and so I think we're kind of hitting our stride a little bit at the right time of year, and we're really excited. I mean,
you guys were phenomenal against St. Albans a week ago, throwing up 18, your season high, and then Tuesday against Episcopal just flipped the script after losing the week prior. What was the difference in that impressive semifinal win to get you into the championship?
Well, first of all, like Episcopal is a great team. I think, you know, as an alum myself, I'm pretty in tune with their history and their program, and I mean, no offense to the Victor Madduxes of the world, but I would say this is the best Episcopal team I've ever seen.
For sure.
They were very good, and they play that zone defense, and they were balanced on offense. And so I don't think that game was really a fluke, that win by them. Just we kind of able to kind of get back in the lab and figure out different ways to penetrate that zone, and it worked out for us.
It was excellent. Well, good luck tomorrow night. That's going to be electric, 6:30 p.m. at Georgetown Prep here on this same channel. Talk about, discuss Landon right now for athletes. Tell us about what the culture's like here for both middle school boys like you're watching here and your varsity athletes real quick.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing that we preach at Landon, I certainly preach it myself, is playing more than one sport. You know, number one, I think it's important because it's fun. I think if you specialize in one sport, particularly as a young kid, it can lead to burnout, it can lead to injury, and it's simply not as fun. I know, speaking for myself, I played, you know, every sport I could when I was a kid, and I think it's good as an athlete to learn how to, you know, compete. I think it's good to learn how to play for other coaches. I think it's good to learn how to play with other kids and be in other locker rooms, and so that's the big thing for us. Obviously, as a lacrosse coach, I am most focused on the lacrosse program, but we really push our kids to play at least 2 sports here, and that's kind of the center of our athletic philosophy.
For sure, that's a big differentiator between the WCAC schools, where it's nearly impossible to play 3 sports. Many of your athletes on the lacrosse varsity play 3 sports, and a lot play 2.
Yeah. We're just not big enough. I mean, you look at some of our peer schools, and you know, due to the size of their schools, they can really specialize. We're not that big, and so for us to be competitive in all sports here at Landon, we need guys to play multiple sports.
Right. So if there's a 3rd through 8th grade parent listening right now, how can they get in touch with you if they're interested in Landon, or what's the process there?
I mean, you hop on the website. You know, find my name through the athletics. I'm also a history teacher here, and so you can find it multiple avenues through the website. Will_McGettigan at landon.net, and would love to hear from any families that are interested. We're obviously playing in a super competitive league, and the landscape of lacrosse in DC is so good, and so, you know, good families that want to, you know, compete at a high level and play more than one sport. I think Landon's a great place for you.
Well, that's awesome. I know the future's bright here. Your varsity team is very young, and you got them in the championship, so congratulations again, and thanks for joining us here at halftime.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Take care. All right, we're about to face off here. Quickest halftime ever. I allotted for 10 minutes, and then we get 3. So I wish we could have talked to Coach McGettigan there for another 20 minutes. But we're lining up here. Leo Fields with Jack Borg right back at it at the face-off X. A little grind and pop out there by Leo Fields. He's an impressive face-off guy. Has 2 wins. Picked up by Jonas Hawkins. Checked by Henneberry, and Hawkins gets out of there with his speed down to Luzneski.
You are lying. Quick halftime.
Super skilled Luzneski with the ball here. Plays in the 7th grade Madlax team. Up to Cole Campbell.
This is a big possession for Landon. They need to come out with one.
They really need a goal here. Here's looks like Huntley Walsh getting a step onto a strong hand. Back check. Great back check there by Dylan Behrens. I believe that's Behrens.
Fast break.
Yeah, Behrens is a 2-way stud. Skip pass down. Good D there and then smashed. Physical play by Landon and Lars Bergstrom. That's Chiperfield laying the body and picking up the GB. He's all over the place.
Chiperfield is just everywhere.
And then a great throw over there to Walsh. Walsh to Campbell. Cole Campbell in transition.
Shot.
Oh, just wide by Cole Campbell.
Like the take.
Excellent offside low shot. Mikey Muir in the cage now. Mackey and he split halves. Back here to Hawkins with Henneberry on him. Both Sport Automotive players to watch.
Good little move right there.
Little bounce.
Good lift. Good. Better lift.
Good lift check there by. Oh, a nice ground ball there by Steis. We scored that. BTB. Great opportunity there for Sean Steis, and a good time to go BTB there, Hunter.
Yeah. No problems with it. He's not going to get an earful.
Here's Luzneski. Luzneski with Maddux on him. Hedges Maddux all over him. Get a chop. Luzneski up to Steis. Gets a step on. Sean Steis, sorry. I believe it's pronounced Steis. I apologize if I'm butchering that to his family. Here is Trip Silva. I'd like to see him sprint Weller. He's got the size, just got to get through him. Here he goes, gets a step, he's offhanded. Shot, goal! Silva brings
Thought one was going to drop.
2-1 there. Just bull dodged his way.
Good defense, too.
Trip Silva, number 65, with the unassisted goal.
Unassisted.
2-1 Mater Dei now with 6 minutes to go here.
All right, we got a ball game.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Cabell Maddux here with Hunter Williams in the DMVLAX Middle School Championship game between undefeated Mater Dei and one-loss Landon, only by a goal to Mater Dei in April. Phenomenal way to end the season here. Leo Fields doing a nice job.
This kid's finding his lane now.
Yeah,
from the face-off X.
He's won every one that he hasn't false started. Let's just say that.
Shooting himself in the foot with passes like that.
Yeah, throws it away. Back to Muir. Muir, quick redirect. Nice throw over to Nick Woodward.
Unsure if you mentioned it, Cab, but Mater Dei's been splitting time between goalies all season.
Yeah, just said that now that Mikey Muir's in after Chase played Mackie Chase played the first, and here comes Borg out of the box, and he's got a head of steam on McShane. Splits to his offhand, comes back to his strong, rips it, hits Chiperfield in the body. Oh, a missed GB there.
Chiperfield just take one for the team as well.
Yeah, he just.
That might not have been him.
Out of bounds on
Timeout?
Blue. No, out of bounds on Blue. He stepped out, but they're lucky they didn't get a push call there. Got to pick up that first ground ball. Over to Brown. They're keeping Brown in. Looks like Brown, the lefty. Liam Brown, the lefty goalie in. Back to Brown. And they get it out just barely.
Off.
No.
Ooh, let him go.
I think they got him back just in time. Lars Bergstrom clears it out. Down to Trip Silva, who just had a goal. Looking. He's going strong hand. Down to Cole Campbell.
That's a shot.
Rip. But there's no one at X, and Mikey Muir backs it up. That's too bad because
hate to see it.
The offense was going there. Said they're clear. Looks like they're keeping 3 poles on. They have 4 poles on. Get it to Big Nick Mundy.
He should clear this.
Picked up by DeSanto. Mundy down to Archer.
Mater Dei subbing in. Looks like they got Borg coming back in.
Ryan and Kyle Archer, both going to St. John's the Twins. Good to see a pair of twin attackmen out there. Just like a couple boys I know at
Yeah,
Landon.
I might know him.
Wide open on the crease man, they almost had a easy one there on a breakdown on the crease. Archer was standing wide open. Here is Jack Borg with Chiperfield. This is a fantastic matchup.
Good matchup here.
Going to his offhand, which is always interesting. Jack Borg's got great stick skills, both hands. Here is Mundy with DeSanto on him.
For
Gets
the
a step.
sneak. Yep.
Down to Archer. Good defense
good recovery.
there. Good defense there by, was it 55, Hunter, or 66?
I think that was 55 double nickels.
Yeah, that was
Shot.
Mac Imperator.
Good shot.
Shot
Good
by
take.
Colton McAndrew. Good offense there by Mater Dei. McAndrew. McAndrew getting his first on the day. He had the
unassisted,
He had the game-winning. Yeah, we'll call that an assist since he dodged down the alley. But he had the game-winning goal, as I mentioned in pregame. And in the last matchup.
Yeah, with 10 seconds to go.
He's an
I could have sworn that game was going to overtime.
Outstanding midfield / attackman. He can do it all. Just get him the ball.
Is it a different face-off guy for Landon?
Nope,
Same guy.
That's Leo Fields. He wins it again. So he's won every one. There hasn't been a false start.
Mater Dei's quick to ride him. They like.
He might
get
go to
this
the
guy
goal
in
here.
panic mode.
He sees daylight, trying to get open.
Probably
And
good timeout
Landon
by
has to call
Landon.
timeout with third quarter timeout to maintain possession. Down 3-1. We're going to thank our sponsors here while we have a short break. Weller Development. Weller Development Partners is a dynamic and innovative full-service development firm focused on luxury hospitality, residential, and large-scale mixed-use projects. Check out their From the Ground Up podcast to learn about their real estate industry and hear from industry experts. Special thanks to Mark Weller, founder and president there, for his special sponsorship of this event. Hope he's enjoying himself down there on the beach right now in the Bahamas. Busy at work, of course.
You're getting better at these plugs, Cabell.
Also,
reading.
also Sport Automotive and Surfside. Thanks for their season-long sponsorship of DMVLAX. Games of the week, just like this one, the official. It's official now, by the way. It's not unofficial. It's the official middle school championship. Pretty soon, it's going to be the official middle school national championship.
I mean, I'd say.
I wonder if people in Long Island and Philly and Baltimore would be upset if I said that. But Mater Dei goes up to Baltimore and beats everybody. So, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said. I wish we had those games.
I know they
that were long-standing back in the '90s. I mean, we would keep it in DC. Although a lot of those games were competitive. You know, St. Albans Bowl is always. This was the game, though.
Pretty sure they beat Boys Latin, St. Paul's, and maybe somebody else in Gilman, I believe, in games this spring. That's Mater Dei. All right, off the timeout.
Off the timeout.
They've had a couple timeouts, and then they come out, and they're just, nothing really transpires. So we'll see what happens here. Over to Cole Campbell. He's got a short stick with Dylan Behrens on him. Over to Steis. I feel like Steis can get going here. Landon can get going because he's getting shots and just missing easy ones. Gets a step on his guy. Kicks it to Hawkins. Back to Silva. Up to Green.
This is good
over
offensive.
To Campbell.
Good ball movement.
Good D by Behrens, though. Like I mentioned, Sport Automotive player to watch. A two-way, pure two-way stud.
Mater Dei's D is just quietly shutting it down.
Weller on Silva.
Nothing flashy about it.
Ooh, nice catch there. Almost throw that out of bounds. Here's Henneberry on Jonas.
Good lift.
Gets a great step.
Going
Why didn't he?
hard.
He should have pulled that, don't you think? He didn't realize he had 3 or 4 yards on him.
get it back in Jonas's hands.
Hedges Maddux out there on Luzneski. Here is Steis. Driving, looking, rolling,
Move it.
nothing. Good defense there by Cam Weber. Over to Silva. This is just great offense and defense. Nice pick on the ball there. Oh,
Ooh.
that's a foul. No call.
What'd you see there?
He used his
Just
stick.
blew him up?
Yeah, he blew up with the stick, and they.
Oh, back in the day.
Yeah, that would have been lights out in
That's what we call a
1998
dummy
in,
pass.
in Mater Dei. And fast break for Chiperfield. This is good for Landon here. Skips it down to Jonas, who scores!
Wow.
Great play by
Good transition.
Jonas Hawkins.
Chiperfield shocker.
Jonas Hawkins on the finish. A nice offhand finish.
69 on the assist.
And Kubik's not happy about that.
I wouldn't be.
Look at the replay on your screen. Beautiful catch right-handed. Switches to his left and pops it back in the net. So,
Big goal for Landon.
outstanding goal by Jonas Hawkins. 59 from 69. Chiperfield has been all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Early candidate for
He's
MVP. And Leo Fields is a candidate as well with 5 faceoff wins as far. That's a hold by Blue. And they get it out of his
Wow.
stick. Great play by Leo
Wow.
Fields. They have a 3-on-2.
He's going to take it.
Jonas Hawkins misses an easy one there by a lot.
He got possession, though.
They're bringing their first line back out. I mean, these coaches are trying. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. 3-2 Mater Dei. Hedges Maddux locked up here on Zach Luzneski. Coach is working hard here. Run these offenses, defense. Landon seems to be cleaned up their offense
Taking
now.
away his right on that.
Here's Green.
Good movement.
Woodward on him. Here is Steis. He's got a step.
Shot.
See if he buries, and he does.
Wow.
I told you they needed him to get
Good
going.
offense.
They needed him to get going, Hunter.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a sport automotive player to watch, and
Yeah.
one of the best players.
Like the take.
On the
Like I
field.
said, I mean, I think Landon's offense, it's just,
Now they're clicking.
yeah.
Now they're clicking, and Leo Fields is winning faceoffs.
It's a
So now
good-
we got a great game. 31 seconds to go in the third quarter. 3-3.
It starts right here. I mean, if Leo Fields gets another faceoff, this is a problem for Mater Dei.
Yeah, Sean Steis is a big, strong athlete. Look at him stand next to coach. He's towering over his coaches. It's going to be a good player. Another
Double
win
whistle.
by Fields. He is just dominating. That's
He's on fire.
6-2, and his only 2 losses were because of false starts. They're locking off around him, and he gets a step on. He might finish this. This is easy. Oh, he pulls it out.
That's what Mater Dei wanted.
Picked up by Hedges Maddux. Smartly throws
Good look.
throws it up to
Great look.
Cormac Johnson.
Oh.
Picked off by Steis. By Chiperfield.
No,
By
Chiperfield.
Chiperfield's off to the races. Look at his stride. Doesn't see anything. No one told him there was time
I
running
didn't
out.
even have an eye on the clock.
3-3 at the end
Wow.
of 3. What a game here. Thanks for joining us at the DMVLAX Game of the Week, the official middle school championship between Mater Dei Griffins and the Landon Bears. It was 3-1 at half, and now it is 3-3.
Was it
After-
3-1?
That was 2-1 at
2-1,
half. 2-1
yeah.
at half. And now it is all tied up going into the fourth, just like you want to see it.
No doubt. I'd say, now the score reflects the play here. If I'm Mater Dei, I need to figure something out on what's going on at the face-off X.
Well,
This kid's dialed in, and if they're getting the ball, that last possession, he fumbled it, but and that's what Mater Dei probably wants, but I would think about maybe doubling him off that face, because
they're shutting off as soon as he picks it up, which is what you have to do, and he's still, he's still winning those draws. Well, we're grateful to be here at the Landon School here at Triplett, Bordley Stadium, but Mater Dei.
this might come down to whoever has the ball last.
Yeah, for sure. Beautiful day, 80 degrees here at Bordley Stadium. Mater Dei has a great stadium in their own right, brand new stadium over there. Well, not brand new, but brand new turf on an excellent stadium.
Newer than when I was there.
And here they come, ready to battle here in the fourth quarter. This is where you make your money right here. Great play by all these young athletes in the 7th and 8th grade.
All right, they got Borg on the face.
On both teams, yeah. You notice Borg didn't take the last few. Mater Dei putting Nick Woodward on the wing and Cam Weber.
Not much you can say. Just get eye level with him. And
Landon going with Mark Goldman, Leo Fields, and then Max Murray. See if Leo Fields can keep it rolling here against the athlete in Jack Borg, and he does.
Wow.
Just grinds it out. This is where there's been trouble in the past. He needs to get it out of
Double.
the stick.
Yep.
They're just getting him as soon as he picks it up so quickly. And Archer picks it up.
Great GB.
Good GB with Chiperfield all over him.
Yeah, he's doubled.
Great check and double there by Max Murray. Picked up by Chiperfield. Ball's loose. Picked again by
Move
Archer.
it.
Archer gets it out of his stick miraculously down to Colton McAndrew. McAndrew finds the open backside look to Cam Weber. Cam Weber misses.
Gotta bury that.
Open netter. 3-3.
It's all right. Retain possession.
But what a look there by McAndrew. Nice, soft, gentle pass at the backside to Weber.
The Mater Dei defense is pumped to get a blow here.
Yeah, here's McAndrew with Bergstrom on him. Comes back and sets a pick. Here's Weber, gets inside. He's going to get a second
Great
chance.
Move.
He missed the last one, but he's not going to miss that one.
Have to defend that.
4-3 Mater Dei. Yeah, Cam, he just missed the open netter and said, give me the ball back. I'm going to make up for that. And he did just that. Impressive play by Cam Weber. Unassisted goal with 7:09 to go, and they take the lead back.
Landon responds.
Landon has Jack McShane and Mark Goldman on the wing.
Van's getting into it.
Nick Mundy on the wing for Mater Dei. And Leo looking for help. He needs help, and he gets it out of his stick. And they get possession because he got it. Oh, but no, I spoke too early. Nice ground ball there by McShane. Oh, but picked up by Luzneski. Zach Luzneski's tough as nails.
Big
He's going to run
GB
away.
there.
He might draw a foul here if this guy just barely touches him.
Twice his size.
Yeah, but Zach's tough as nails. I'm not worried about him.
I like Zach's game.
Rob Keenan on him, 14 on the ball.
Ball
Gets a
down.
back check on Keenan. By Keenan, I mean.
Not sure who he's throwing to. All right.
Borg up the field, throws it away. Can't go over the line. Can't go over the line.
It's over.
They ran over the line, did not call it.
Called it.
They called it, okay.
Casey was going to have an aneurysm if they didn't call that one.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious, but they delayed it. And then Nick Mundy, the monster, picks it up and runs it over. Not sure. It was a great ground ball. You got to
Mental mistake.
Yeah, you got to know that no one's back there.
Yep.
Archer getting a step on Lars Bergstrom, but gets it out of his stick.
Looks like they're going to slow it down, invert.
5:55 to go in the game. Dylan Behrens is going to invert Max Murray. Max Murray is an outstanding short stick defensive specialist. A single invert. There's no shot clock at this level.
Yep. Expect them to take their time.
They get like looks like they have some movement design.
Get the
above.
best look.
Now they're going to throw it back. And then this is a pole on the ball here. Not as good a matchup.
Archer with the ball.
Gets a step.
Goal.
Wow.
Great move.
Nice move there by Ryan Archer, unassisted. To
Great move.
Give Mater Dei the
Looks
lead.
like they called his number. They must have liked his matchup.
Yeah, he had that. Did he have the short stick on him there?
I actually don't recall.
Yeah, he had the short stick matched up on him and got a nice invert goal for his second on the day. I thought I heard that the Archers weren't going to be here. They had a wedding or a family commitment, and somehow miraculously they are here.
Oh, that's good commitment.
Good to see.
All right, we got a 7th grader, Finn Wilson, on the face for Mater Dei.
Yeah, Leo's swipe out by Finn Wilson. He gets it.
All right.
A little scrape, got it. Wide open on the left wing. Oh, nice save there by Liam.
What happened there?
Was that saved, right? I believe
Looked like it came
saved.
out of the stick weird.
Oh, it did, okay. That was Miles May on the shot. Just lost it, I think, on the shot.
Big face.
5 minutes to go. 5 minutes in the game here. Landon brings out Patton Gormley with Cam Weber, and here's Jack Borg down the alley. Draws a quick slide from Bergstrom. Look for Chiperfield to double off of Archer.
Yeah. You can hear the coaches yelling press.
Yeah, they got to come a little bit, right?
They're going to slide early.
In a low-scoring game like this in the middle school, you got to
watch for the skip passes if you're Mater Dei. They're going to press.
You got to go out and guard because there's not going to be a shot clock and there's not going to be a delay of games. You got to go out and press out like that. Almost by Max Murray. Good try on Colton McAndrew.
Questionable pass.
Good pop out, though, by McAndrew, and smart to delay the game here. All the coaches tell him to go back and just hang out. This is when you kind of wish there was a shot clock in a high-level game.
No doubt.
Like
I hate to watch it.
Good slide ready to come on the invert. No intention to go to goal there.
Yeah.
Backside to Archer. Puts it back behind to Borg. Borg inside to Miles May, who shoots it blocked again.
Blocked.
Loose ball. Landon needs to get this, and they do.
Good no call. Looked like some dives. Injury.
We got a little bit of
3-9 injured.
We got a guy down. Hopefully he's okay. It's going to be Landon ball on the scoop. Mark Goldman is down. 3:49 to go. We got to start thinking about our Surfside game MVPs. I like to usually do one from the losing team and two from the winning team.
I mean, I think there's one obvious here. We'll reveal it later.
Yeah, reveal it later. But so far on the day, Ryan Archer has 2 goals.
What's the stat lines?
Yeah, Jack Borg has a goal. Ryan Archer has 2 goals and an assist. Nice game so far for Ryan Archer. Good to see Goldman back up. And for Landon, 3 different scores. Silva. Silva, and who else? 59. Jonas, Hawkins, and Sean Steis have the 3 goals.
Given the low scoring affair, you got to think, defense on both sides has shined.
Danny Weller's had
doesn't necessarily make the stat sheet.
3 or 4 caused turnovers. Chipperfield's probably had like a half dozen, and here is Chipperfield here.
This is a big clear.
Ooh, that's a whoosh. Man,
good pass.
What a
Chipperfield.
dot. Over to Green.
It's kick and play.
Gives it to Walsh.
All right.
Bounce pass.
Big possession for Landon. Oh.
Thrown away by Green.
Coach, get off the field. Yep.
Down to McAndrew, who holds it with 3 minutes to go. Here's up to Behrens. All right, 5-3 here with 3 minutes to go in the game. Costly turnover by Landon.
Oh, he may have broken his stick.
No, not the kid who threw it. The kid who tried to pick up the ground ball, Walsh. He picked up his stick and got it hacked and
Coach
snapped
Bordley
it.
grabbing that off the field.
Yeah. Almost lost it, but picked up again by Archer. That is Kyle Archer with the ball.
All right, Landon's got a press.
Mason DeSanto throwing some wraps. Good check, and Landon's got to get out more on that guy as adjacent. Not sure who they have on the field here defensively, but it's not who they want right now for Landon.
Mater Dei's got what they want. No need
Quick
to go.
double by Chipperfield.
No need to go.
Now timeout by Mater Dei.
Advised timeout.
2:20, and then Landon can put in their fresh and best defensive players.
Yeah, I mean, you go Chipperfield on the ball, right?
Yeah, you got to do that, and you got to put McShane out there on defense and some other horses.
I mean, do you think about pulling Liam?
No. Oh, no.
I mean, pressing him out.
Yeah, pressing him out.
That's what I mean.
I don't think so, because Chipperfield's so good on the ball. I think he'd be fine just with a regular shutoff.
Just trying to think, though, if somebody gets open.
They got a lot of good polls, so just got to make sure they're denying the adjacents. They weren't denying at any point in the last few minutes.
It's been interesting to see what the results are out of these timeouts.
And Goldman is still on the bench. He's okay, but he's got his helmet off, and he's not going to play. Doesn't look like the rest of the game, and that's a starting poll.
If I'm Mater Dei, perhaps put the ball with Borg.
someone really, really fast, like Behrens or McAndrew or Borg, who can run, because Chiperfield is
I mean, physically, I think Borg's probably your best match. We'll see.
Yeah, and he's got very good stick protection. So with Goldman out, DeSanto comes in. They're coming out with Landon, that is coming out with Chiperfield. Coming out with Bergstrom.
See, coach is barking at Liam. Let's see what
Imperator.
if he stays in the crease or not.
And yeah, I was right there on McShane and Steis are going to be the D middies. Good athletes, good defensive footwork, who can bring it out and clear it quickly if need be.
Yep.
All right, 2:20 to go. Off the timeout here for Mater Dei. In the game, 5-3 Mater Dei. It's been a fantastic game thus far.
Yeah, Landon's going to look to get the ball on the carpet. Mater Dei just needs to play keep away.
But 55 has not shut off. Imperator's got to get out on his guy. Okay,
Yeah,
now he
there you
is. Now he is.
So, yeah, as we predicted, that looks like
Where's
Borg.
Why is Mater Dei a man down? They delayed.
Wow.
They had a coaching error there.
Total error.
And got lucky. They only have 5 guys on the field.
Totally lucky.
And now that.
Oh, my gosh.
I thought he was going to shoot it.
He is going to shoot. Wow.
That's going to seal it.
That could seal it.
That was Archer, number 20 from Borg. That makes it, that's 3 goals this quarter.
I mean, interesting what's happening out of these timeouts.
Yeah, that was
There's always something wrong.
Yeah, Mater Dei came out with 5 guys, and Landon's looking around like, what in the heck is going on? And sent a double team on the ball, almost
like
got
they
it.
sent Behrens on.
They sent Behrens in late.
You would think would be a top option out there.
All right, here it's 6-3, 2 minutes ago. Landon's got to act quickly. Just a great quarter here for Mater Dei in the 4th. It was tied going into the 4th, and
Ooh,
you know, Finn Wilson's won the last 2.
not out of the woods yet. Scrappy. Good GB by this kid.
Nice play by. Oh, they are playing 10 seconds to get it in.
So
10 seconds to get it in. Finn Wilson, the 7th grader.
don't hate the call.
Now Landon gets a shot here with Steis
They got to go.
on Weber. He's got to go right to goal, and he is. He's going straight to the rack. No, he pulls out. He's got to go. He might be gassed. He just played a lot of defense. Here's Luzneski with Keenan on him. Here's Hawkins. He's got to get a shot off. He passes it.
Got to pull it.
Man, way wide on the rip by Silva. You can see Luzneski picks it up at X. Keenan on him. Oh, great cut there by Cole Campbell. Here's Steis, the short stick. 1-on-1, gets a step on his guy. See if he can score it.
Pull it.
Just misses wide
Just
again
missed.
left. He missed that same. Let's see what the call is here. That was close. They gave it to White. It looked like Weller had to jump.
Tough D by
but
Weber.
Silva
Good tough D by Weber.
gets the edge. And here's Silva on Weller. Slide.
Good slide.
Big slide by Jack Borg. A little bit of violence there. And
Leg it.
nice collision.
Borg will leg this.
And Borg uses his speed and gets it out. And they have a 5-on-4. 45 seconds to go in the game.
Keep away. Borg
puts his head down,
wow.
splits him, blasts it.
What a
amazing
save.
Save by Liam Brown.
That was a sick save.
Great save, his 5th on the day. 30 seconds to go. Up to Archer, and this game is over. They're just going to run around and kill the clock. And look at Landon sending the double team. They're not quitting. They're going to fight all the way to the end. Bergstrom out there, and that's Murray. 10 seconds ago in the game, Mater Dei up 3. What a quarter by Mater Dei in the 4th. 3 goals.
Yeah, wow. I think it just came down to just possession. I mean,
And they get it.
That,
And then we'll get the celebration. And we'll get the celebration here. Get the celebration of the blue team. Mater Dei running, chasing down their goalie, Michael Muir. Congratulations to Mater Dei Griffins, Coach Kubik and his impressive staff in the 6-3 win here.
Huge win.
Thanks again
Huge win.
to Weller Development for their sponsorship of this event. And let's talk about the Surfside MVPs a little bit here before we jump off the air. You know, some guys to mention if you're going to talk about Mater Dei for sure. is the young man Archer,
I mean,
one of the twins.
Yeah,
Ryan Archer.
Borg definitely jumped off the screen
Weller.
to me. Weller had a hell of a game defensively.
Yeah, so
This is tough on the Mater Dei side.
I think you got to give one to Ryan Archer for sure. So we'll give one to Ryan Archer on his 3 points. Impressive game. Just controlled the offense. And I'll let you pick the second one. Who do you want to go with for Mater Dei as the second MVP presented by Surfside?
For Landon.
No, for Mater Dei. You can do 2 for them since it's middle school.
Yeah.
Shoot, you can do 3. I don't care. You want to do all 3? I think you got to mention Borg and Weller.
I think Borg and Weller.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Okay, and then for Landon.
For doing the hockey 3 stars.
And for Landon, Borg, Archer, Ryan Archer, and
Weller.
Congratulations to those guys. And for Landon, I think it has to go to Andrew Chiperfield. He
No
was
doubt.
the best player on their
Best
team.
player on the field today.
And he was all over the place, and he's exhausted. These games are only 8-minute quarters, but these guys are exhausted on the sidelines right now and shaking hands, and hopefully they'll take pictures with each other. And like I said many times, like they're rivals, but now the game's over. They're best friends again, and will be
great tradition. I remember this game used to be played on a Friday by design.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot for joining me today, Hunter, and thanks to Automatic Sports for their excellent production of this game.
Yeah, man.
And
That
we'll
was
see
fun.
everybody tomorrow night at 6:25 for the pregame show before the 6:30 face-off for the IC Championship. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Cab.
Amen.